Hey guys, it's Oberstadt. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I know a while back I did a concealer video where I talked about the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I did comparison swatches next to some of the other ones that I had. Now since then I have actually gotten a couple like that came in an Ipsy play bag or some Sephora bags, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to go over all of the different concealers that I have. I'm not going to do correctors right now. I'm just doing concealers to show you on the inside of my arm, and I do have a couple of cat scratches right now on my arm, but I have very warm undertones in my skin, but I have fair skin. So if you look, I don't have a lot of sun. I don't get a lot of sun. I don't like the sun. So I'm going to be swatching these on my arm, and then I will be laying them out in the order that they are on my arm. Now the newest one that I got, this one here I don't really care for. It's called a Brightener. This is from Maybelline Age Rewind. And it is just, this will be the second time I've actually put it on my skin. See how pink that is? It's like super pink. And I am too yellow for pink. Let me move some of these over here. Yeah, avalanche. So next to it, this is the shade Ivory. And this too, this looks kind of orange to me, especially next to the Brightener. The Brightener looks more salmon next to it. So there's those two. I guess I'll use the Mega Cushion, the very front. Oh, this one's peach. Never mind, this is a corrector. I'll put that back in there. The other one is yellow. All right, so the ones that a lot of people say are dupes for one another, this is the Tarte Shape Tape and the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is Fair, this is C2. So the Tarte Shape Tape, Shape Tape. This is definitely more of a neutral undertone, and it works a lot better on my skin, and it's light enough to use as a brightener. So that was Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And then this is the Revolution, Makeup Revolution in C2. Now this one is more of a shade like this, like the Maybelline Age Rewind. It's a little bit more peach in undertone, and I need some, I mean, it's good if you have dark circles that are not purple. So there's that one. This is one that I use as a color corrector because it's got yellow on one side, but this is the light version of the Physicians Formula concealer, and they do sell the light by itself. That's why I've included it. But if you look, this is not only very dark, but rather peachy as well. The next is the L'Oreal True Match in W123, or they call it Fair Light. This one I don't like using because it burns my under eyes. This also looks peachy. This is the NYX Cw02. This is called Fair. This also looks peach to me. And I'll do a photo at the end with and without flash. This is also a NYX. This is in CW01. This is in Porcelain. This is supposed to be lighter than the other one. And it is a little lighter, but it's also in the peach family. Very kind of, this one's more salmon than peach. Now what is supposed to be, those are supposed to be comparable to, is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. This is in Fair. I got this in a Sephora Play and I was shocked. This is like a $25 concealer right here. This is actually light enough to brighten my under eyes, and it's not like super pink and it's not super peach. It is comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape in shade but it's very sheer like the NYX concealers are. All right, then we have the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is in 15 Fair. This one I thought was a little too dark. And then this is something that I got in either a Birchbox or a Ipsy Glam bag. This is the Booboo Cover Up Concealer, and this is supposed to be like light or fair. This is very peach, but again, it is actually rather light. And then the last ones that I've got, that's actually a corrector too, that's why it was still sitting out. This is in number 100. This is the BH Cosmetics Pro Concealer. This is in their lightest shade that is colored. This is in 100. And if you need more while you're applying it, you just kind of squeeze some out and it comes out while you're working it in. And it's actually a decent consistency. Only thing that it just wasn't, I don't know, it looks a little pink to me. And then this was the one that I got. This was in white. Again, it's more like a corrector, but if you need to mix this in with something else to lighten it up, you can. That's why I figured I'd include it in this. And I can do correctors in another video, but to go in order, let me get lined up properly. So here is everything in order. Hopefully you can see. Let me make sure. Yeah, you should be able to see just fine. Okay, so here we have the Age Rewind Brightener right here. Then we have the Maybelline Age Rewind in Ivory. Then we have the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. The Makeup Revolution in C2. Physicians Formula in Light. The True Match, the L'Oreal True Match in Warm, which is Fair Light. The NYX CW02 Fair, CW01 Porcelain, the Smashbox Studio Skin 24 Hour in Fair as well, the Maybelline Fit Me in 15 Fair, the Booboo Cover Up Corrector in Fair or Light, the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in shade 100 and in white. And those are all of the concealers that I have. Normally I'll use a combination of the Shape Tape and the Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution, but I also use yellow correctors under my concealer. And you can see a lot of these, even though they're dry, they still like pick up and transfer. That's one thing that I usually have to do, is I wait for them to dry on my skin before I do, I'll blend them out. But you have to blend them out while they're wet and then let them set before you even think about moving them, because whatever coverage that you have, if you try and move it once it's dry, you're going to get like bald spots like this one here. If I try and move it, it like shears out even more once it's dry. Granted, if you're trying to get rid of lines and stuff, that's a good thing, but it just kind of leaves, like I can see through it a lot more than I could before. And that's not something that I want to do. I like how the Shape Tape, even if I mess with it when it's dry, the coverage is still there. But these are everything that I have in my collection concealer wise. And you can definitely tell that Brightener is like super salmon color. And some of these shades that are meant for fair skin, if you look at them against my skin, they're not very fair. Like this is probably the lightest one I've got besides the white, which is the BH Cosmetics one. The only thing is on this one, you have to use a brush to get it to work, and you have to layer it up to get the coverage that you get from the Shape Tape. Shape Tape is my favorite out of all of them, but if I need to like add coverage or a different shade or something in, then I'll use some of the other ones. And a lot of these were bought via trial and error. I was at the store, I saw them, like the two NYX ones I got off of Amazon through their Amazon store. I don't know. I'm kind of like skeptical about some of the coverage, and I have super dark circles, so it's hard for me to find the right coverage for my correctors and concealers. But I figured since everybody liked the other video that I did with just the Maybelline Age Rewind and going over a couple of the other concealers that I had at the time, since I've gotten a few more of them in subscription services, I figured I would add all of them up and do one video on it. So hopefully you enjoy. If you have any questions, leave your comments down below. What I will do is I will leave these listed in the order in which they are on the counter, and I will make sure to link everything down below. And if you want to know, like, I'll probably do a video on how I do my corrector and my concealer under my eyes, because I have like super purple under eyes, and I will do that in another video. But I just wanted to do this and get it up for you, and hopefully you enjoy. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with your friends. If you're not already a subscriber and you would like to be, then click the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in another video. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Bye.